Coach, first and foremost, I'll be about the 15th millionth person to say this. Welcome back to Cleveland. How good does it feel to be back here and getting ready for a basketball season?
It feels great. You couldn't ask for anything more. My wife, Carolyn, and my two boys, Elijah and Cameron, they're excited as heck to be back in Cleveland, as well as I am. And knowing that we're back here and I'm back with this terrific organization again, coaching the Cavs, I couldn't ask for anything more.
What was the biggest thing you learned on leaving and coming back? What's changed with Mike Brown in the last 3 years or so?
Well, I think just like anybody else in any situation, the more years you're on the job, that's the more mature you get, more confident you get on both sides of the ball. Not only both sides of the ball when you're talking about X's and O's, but off the court as well. So I feel like I've improved in a lot of areas, not just one particular area, but the biggest thing is confidence. I mean, I experienced a lot out in L.A. I felt I grew a lot out there, and to be able to bring that back here is an exciting thing for me.
As I was raised, you always get these sayings said to you, different things. You don't know what you got till it's gone. or you don't know what you can learn unless you know what I mean.
Yes.
And the funny thing, I remember when you first were released here, I remember going out to Westlake football games, and I'm seeing you in green and white, walking around with a towel or being a water boy for the football team from Westlake. I know you were able to be around your other son playing high school basketball. Right. Do you ever look back and go, you know what, maybe all this stuff kind of all happened for a reason so I could be closer to my son?
Sometimes you do think that, or sometimes I do think that, because for me to be able to have the opportunity that I had with my boys in their different sports or at different stages in their lives is something special. And anybody with kids understands how quickly they grow and how quickly they spread their wings and leave I guess the nest. And so for me to be able to spend quality time with those guys and help my wife's done a terrific job being mother and father while I'm gone with my job, and even sometimes physically being home but mentally being gone, thinking about the next game or the next practice. I give her a ton of credit, but to be able to actually spend time myself and be fully vested into whatever they're doing was definitely a blessing in disguise.
Basketball question. When you heard Tristan Thompson wanted to play right-handed, because he told me, he goes, I want to do it because I want to be great. And I was like, wow. It's cool to hear a 22-year-old go, I was okay, but I want to be great. As a coach, what was your thought process on that?
Initially, you want to question, is this the right thing? Because it's hard. I don't know if it's been accomplished at a high level before, and so at this stage in somebody's career and or life. But knowing the type of person that Tristan is, not only that, knowing the type of resources that Chris Grant and Dan Gilbert will put behind this evolution or this change is, to me, a no-brainer. If he feels more comfortable doing it, then I was all for it, and that's why we got started.
All right, can I ask you some fun questions, and I'll let you go?
Ask me anything you want.
I do these with football players. I do this with baseball players. I do it with all the guys. Coach Brown, what was the first car you had that you drove?
Oh, my, I'm a little embarrassed.
No, don't be embarrassed. This is the good part.
Well, it's nicer than what it was, but I grew up in Germany. My first car was a Mercedes, but it was it was an older Mercedes from the standpoint, not an old classic and not a new one, but an older hoopty Mercedes, if you can have one.
So you had a hoopty Mercedes.
Yeah, that doesn't even sound right. So I'm not even going to be able to get away with that one.
It's all right, though. It's a good answer. What's your favorite cereal to eat?
For a while it was Cocoa Puffs, and then I switched to Captain Crunch. But right now it's Kashi Raisin Bran.
I think the wife buys
it. She got me hooked on it. Here I am. I'm a sugar cereal guy, and all of a sudden, she's bringing this healthy cereal home, and I tried it, and I love it.
It's like your wife got a memo from mine. I got all this organic stuff in my
house.
Yeah, everything is organic. I don't even think I get real sugar anymore.
Right. That's right.
Wife, you got to live forever.
Right.
I'm going to.
Right. Eat this type of food.
Right. What's your favorite type of music or favorite musician?
It's the gamut. I will listen to old school rap, to country, to soft rock, to reggae, but I listen to all types of music. I think my radio station right now is on Backspin, either Backspin or Highway Country, one of the two. I can't remember which one I had it on when I got out the car.
When you try to identify with players, this is off our fun part, but you just mentioned the music part. Do you find yourself, because we always have this conversation, you want to be a father figure, but you want to be a friend. You got to be a little bit of everything to be a coach.
Right.
Sometimes you got to be, you know what I mean? Did you ever go through your mind, this is when I got to put my foot down, or this is when, like, how does a coach go about doing those decisions?
No, definitely. You definitely have to get to a point if somebody's pushing the limit or there's something that you feel needs to be corrected right now and can't wait. You got to put your foot down, and you got to take over as an authoritative figure within the organization and try to right any ship that may be wrong or right anything that looks like it's going to be steered off course.
Gotcha. What's your favorite vacation place?
Favorite vacation place? It's a good question. Let's see. I really enjoyed the Bahamas. We've gone there a few times, and Atlantis down in the Bahamas was a great time for us.
All right. What's your favorite place to eat in Cleveland?
Favorite Cabin Club. I love the Cabin Club out at Westlake. They got terrific food. I'm a Westlake guy, and so I frequent the restaurants up there a lot. But there are a ton of good ones downtown and over in Little Italy. We just don't get out much.
What's the most exciting part about the 2013-2014 Cavaliers that fans should look forward to?
I think everybody's going to play with an energy that has been unseen in the past, and the competitive spirit that we display is going to be exciting too. On top of that, I love the different pieces that we have on both ends of the floor. I think we can do a lot of different things, especially if we come together.
Last question. What's your favorite late-night snack?
Favorite late nights? I got a few. Anything sweet.
Okay.
I love pie and ice cream.
Okay.
I could do that. But my wife gets these little lemon cakes from Costco. I can't even remember what they're called. But I'll pop a couple, maybe more than a couple of those in my mouth every once in a while.
Pie a la mode. I like that. There was one more. Do you still watch Joe Brown? Wasn't that your show back in the day? See, I remember.
Yeah. Well, Judge Joe Brown, Judge Judy. I watch them all. I watch them all.
Coach, we appreciate the time. It's wonderful to have you back. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you. Anytime.